Okay, and we are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. We have with us in the room, finally, once again, the former WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Bermane Stiverne. Bermane? Okay, and we are live. That's good nice. Morning, good afternoon, good evening. Well, that's great. That's nice. At least we know we're live. Okay, champ. How are we doing?
I'm doing great. Doing great.
Your face is not in the camera. I think you're out the camera, sort of like.
I...
Yeah, you're in the camera now. Perfect. So how are we doing, champ?
I'm doing great.
Long time no speak?
Yeah, a couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks? Couple of months? What's been going on? Everyone's stoned.
No, maybe about a month and a half. Barely 2 months.
People ask me, what happened to Bermane Stiverne, man? You didn't reply. He's gone missing.
No. I'm not missing.
So, tell us, how you been, champ? What's been going on?
Good. Not too bad. I was, unfortunately, I had a little injury with my ankle. So I had to take 2 weeks off, almost 3 weeks. But everything is back. I'm good now. So.
Okay. So people want to know, first question, straight up, no messing around. Are you going to fight again?
Yes, sir.
The last time we spoke, you were going to fight either in June or July. Well, July's, as you know, in a few days' time. So what's going on with that?
Well, boxing. So now we are scheduled for the end of mid-August or end of August. Just they have the card already. It's just the facility, I guess.
Okay, so people are going to want to know what sort of opponent is it going to be? One of these comeback fights where you're fighting nobody? Are you going to fight somebody, or fight a name that everybody knows?
I'm scheduled to fight August and December.
August and December.
Yes. August and December.
So in terms of names, are we looking at somebody? Are we looking at somebody in the top 100, the top 150, the top the top 300? What
all I know is there's December it will be top 10, so to speak.
Top 10, so to speak.
Yes.
So okay, so are you fighting in the top? This next fight coming up, is it in the top 150? Is it the top 200?
No, the next one I think he's ranked within the top 30 or 20. He won his last fight. He won his last fight. Yeah. So it was like maybe 2 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago.
He fought 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So that counts out you fighting Sefa Seferi then.
Who is that?
Tyson Fury's comeback opponent.
What? Hold on, come again. I got lost. What's that?
I said, so that counts you out fighting Tyson Fury's comeback opponent, Sefa Seferi.
Was I supposed to fight him?
No, I thought maybe you'd fight. Well, he was the guy that Tyson came back and fought. The 5'11" Albanian.
Oh yeah.
What did you see? Did you see the fight, Benny Jones?
I saw the highlights. Well, I only saw the highlights where obviously it was somebody that was a fan of Fury or somebody in his camp, but they made the highlight about him, and I saw him doing a lot of playing around and clowning a little bit. That's all I saw.
What did you make of what did you make of his comeback?
Well, like I said, I didn't see the fight. I didn't see the whole fight. All I saw was the highlights, so I can't base my judgment on highlights.
Okay. Fury actually has made his comeback now. He's back in the ring. He's fought. What do you make of him being back in boxing now?
Competition. Excuse me. It's going to be a lot of. I mean, he's as long as he got everything as long as he took care of the issue he had in the past or whatever issue he had with his health or personal life is cleared. So I think it's a good look for the heavyweight division. I mean, we all know that he likes to talk trash, and you know he's a decent fighter, good fighter. Uh, the one that pretty much free us from the Klitschko's. He saved the world, so
The savior of the heavyweight division.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he just broke the chains that was tied up.
Under the Klitschko dictatorship.
Right. So he did that. So you have to respect. You have to respect him. But I just thought it was a little sad after accomplish such a something that was so big that he didn't continue a fight after this. You know, that would have been if you didn't continue or had. I think that they were supposed to have a rematch or something.
Yeah, that's where it all went wrong, didn't it? I mean,
yeah.
That's where it went sort of like.
Yeah, and then Joshua came and get the rest of the leftovers.
Absolutely, absolutely. So now let's talk a little bit more. Let's talk about Fury's back. What's your take on this whole thing between Joshua and Wilder? People are saying,
yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
People are saying Joshua's ducking Wilder. Wilder's ducking Joshua. You've interacted with Wilder.
No, I don't think nobody's ducking anybody right now. We're not going to see anything happen before the end of the summer. We got the World Cup. Mm-hmm. The World Cup is on, so it'll be really not smart business-wise for them to have this fight going on while the World Cup is on.
Right.
That's my personal opinion.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure that if this fight happens, it will be after the World Cup is done, pretty much.
The story is now that Povetkin has been ordered, or they've ordered by the WBA for Joshua to face Povetkin.
Tough one. That could mess up a lot of plans.
That's what I've been trying to say to people, but they seem to think that Joshua's going to steamroll him.
No. Povetkin, you got to be a certain fighter to beat Povetkin. I think whether everything he accomplished in his career, without taking away from Joshua, I still think that he's green, and I still think there's so much that he could do with his skills, because he's not at his top capacity.
Mm-hmm.
He's still got a lot of. If personally, if I was him, I wouldn't take that fight.
With Povetkin.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a choice. He's got a choice. He fights Povetkin or he fights Wilder. If he doesn't fight Povetkin, he risks being stripped.
Well, even if he's stripped, the value of his value will still not be taken away.
So you're saying a certain type of fighter is to fight Povetkin. What sort of fight are you talking about? What are the attributes to beat Povetkin, and why do you think it's a dangerous fight for Joshua?
Because of different fighters got different styles. Different fighters, not different style, but different fighters. There's fighters that can fight different style. They
Okay.
could be a fighter and they could box. One night they could come out and box, and then the other night they could just come out and just fight, like, you know. And when you look at Joshua only has one way to fight, you know. And not that he can't beat Povetkin. Of course he can beat Povetkin, but it's a little too premature for him to fight guys like Povetkin.
Okay.
I say
People,
it's not a.
I don't. I've been saying already, this is not a walk in the park. Based on what he did against Takam, I think that Povetkin's a better fighter than Takam. Punches harder than Takam, and that's my concern.
Yeah, I mean he's they both fought Klitschko, but they both fought Klitschko at different times, and yeah.
People are saying that Povetkin is not the same fighter that he was against Klitschko that he's going to be against Joshua, and they stating this. There's a lot of people have got excited over the David Price thing.
You got to understand, David Price is like a 7 feet tall. It's not the same. You can compare him fighting Takam and him fighting Joshua. It's different style, different fighters. You know, you got one that's tall, you got one that's short. Even if you look at Price and he fought Price and he fought, the guys that was tall, it's still not the same style. It's not the same. It's just not the same. So you can't compare. Oh, he fought this guy, he didn't look good, and he fought that guy, but he looked good. You cannot compare because every night, every time you fight, you don't show up the same. You know, you really don't show up the same.
People are asking a question. Matt B says, "What did Bermane work on in training for Povetkin? So, what did you do to prepare yourself for Povetkin at the time?"
Oh boy, I think that was I would say that fight. I went out there. And I was really, really, really. I was in shape. I think that was probably there's 3 fights that I was really, really like in shape, and that's one of them. That's one of them.
People are saying Povetkin almost. Stephanie Hopkins says Povetkin almost lost the price, so surely AJ will get the KO. But
No, he didn't. He didn't almost lost the price. No,
I don't
not
think
because
that
not because you get caught with a punch that's see. I don't see this logic is so. We got to educate people when it comes to boxing. For example, if I don't know how old this person is, but if you look at Trinidad,
Yeah.
this man been putting down on his ass so many times. Does that mean he should have lost the fight? No, it doesn't mean that. But he came back up, got up on his feet, and
Got the job done.
get the job done. You look at the one that died, Corrales,
Yes.
when he fought Castillo. I thought it was done. I thought it was done. He dropped him a couple times, and I thought it was done. And Corrales got up and got the job done. Povetkin got caught. I actually saw that fight. Povetkin got caught and wobbled in the rope. If it wasn't for the rope, yeah, he would have failed. It would have been a knockdown. But the man still won the fight. He
Listen,
was he dominated the fight. He just got caught with one punch. That was it. But
I said to them, that punch is like when Bruno fought Tyson the first time, and
yeah,
he caught him with one punch, and that one punch was going to turn heavyweight history. One punch.
yeah,
And I said, that's the comparison. He wobbled. Okay, he caught him with a shot. Price
yeah.
is a big man compared to Povetkin. So
Oh yeah.
him alone will make the guy fall across the other side of the ring.
Mm. And that's what I say with Joshua. I think the way to beat Povetkin is you can't stay in front of him. You got to move around and box. With Joshua, don't is not really known for that kind of fighter to be on his toes and move around and and box all night. Yeah, and I don't think that he is. My personal opinion, that is the way you should beat Povetkin.
What did you see then? What did you see in the Parker fight that's made you believe he's become a better fighter or he's doing the same things?
Basically, by doing the same thing. But he was the bigger guy. He was the bigger guy, and he wasn't afraid of Parker's punches. You know, that's and if you look at Parker, Parker came with a good weight, a good strategy to beat Joshua, but it didn't work. But if you look at sometimes people, you got to understand boxing. Sometimes you could see what Parker was trying to do. It just didn't work.
So, in your breakdown, what do you think Parker was trying to do in your analysis of trying
box
to
and not, first of all, not stay in front of him.
Okay.
And using a lot of jab and going around, turning around, and be the number one thing was a lot of jabs and moving around a lot and try to get him as he's coming in, because Parker would not go forward, not because he was scared, but that was his tragedy. That was the way that they, because sometimes when a fighter back up all night, is on his back foot all night, people think, oh, he's scared. Just like when Floyd fight, not because he's backing up and he moving around and don't want to stay in front of you. That means that he's scared. That's not what it means.
Lateral movement.
This is a way to. It's a way to fight. If some fighters like to go forward, some don't like. Some like to stay right there, and others like to be on their back leg.
Okay, you're saying this, and we go back to the Povetkin thing. That Michael C says that the bell saved Povetkin.
Why did it save him? It didn't save them. I mean, he wobbled and he came back. Actually, if he would have caught him and Povetkin would have been on his butt, I think it would have give Povetkin more time to recuperate. That's an extra 10 seconds.
I also explained that Povetkin, when they compared the Povetkin performance with Price and Povetkin versus Klitschko knocked him down how many times?
A lot of times. Like, what was it, 4? Was it 4?
And he didn't get close to knocking him out.
Was it 4? I forgot how many times they stopped the fight, right? His trainer tried to stop the fight.
No, the fight went to points against Klitschko.
Did he?
Yeah.
He didn't get stopped. I
No.
thought he got stopped.
One of the stipulations was I think Klitschko, someone said to Klitschko, you can beat this guy, but don't you dare stop him in Russia.
I heard that too.
I heard also that they got out of the country as quick as possible.
I heard that too. I heard. Yeah, you know, I believe it.
I believe it too.
Trust me, I believe it because I had an experience after the fight when I decided not to fight because the WBC pull out, so I pull out because they pull out, and I had quite an experience.
I can imagine.
Oh yeah, hey, oof. This is my first time having this kind of experience.
Would you go back to Russia if you were paid
Hell
well?
no, hell no.
Hell no.
I don't care how much money you give me. I'm not going back there. I am not going back there. I'll pass. After that last experience,
Hold on. What about for 50 million?
I don't care. For what? To go get 50 million and then not come out of the country? No. No, man. This it was really like on some serious type. Like I got to the airport and I was followed and dudes with dressed up suits and all that. And when someone come and tell you, I would advise you to go back to the arena. That's what was said to me. Yeah, we had to run.
Wow.
We had to run to the bathroom and got on Wi-Fi, and I booked a ticket out of over there to Moscow. So I was a day and a half early from my flight from Moscow to LA. So I stayed in we all stayed in Moscow for 36 hours at the airport.
You should do a movie. You should make a movie on it, Bermane.
Listen, I thought I was in the movie.
You were in the movie.
I
Anybody
thought
with
I
dark
was.
glasses come up to you?
You know, I don't get nervous or threats or people that walk to me and threaten me. You know, I don't get nervous.
But that.
But this one, that right there, I was more than nervous. I don't, you know, if somebody walked to me in the street and tell me stuff like that. But one, I'm not nowhere my home, you know, and we're in Russia, so somebody come and tell me, you know, they advise me or for my safety or for everything to be calm, I should go back
I'd
to the
like to know.
arena.
I'd like to know how Deontay would have responded to that situation.
Anybody would do what I did. Man,
I would
listen.
like to hear what he would say, though.
I just walked to the bathroom. I remember I called Don King, and he was on the phone. Get the F out of here! Get the F out of here! This and that, blah blah blah. I said, you know what? I'm on my phone right now, booking my ticket to Moscow right now. And
Wow.
I guess is the woman that was taking care of that's in charge of ticket was doing everybody else ticket, but me my flight was already booked.
You're
I
gone.
booked my flight. The whole time he was talking to me, I pretend I was texting somebody, but I was booking my flight.
You're a smart man. Look after yourself and get yourself out of the country.
Listen, I stayed real cool and I booked my flight as he's talking to me. And I told her, and then she's like, she wanted me to give her my information. I said, I'm booked already. All you guys gotta do is just reimburse me. But I'm gonna get the hell up out of there. And then I kind of like walked away, and I went straight to security. I passed security, and I sat down there and wait for everybody else. You know, we got stuck in Moscow for how many hours? I'm not.
Well,
Who wants to go? Who wants to go through that? I ain't trying to. It's not. It's not worth it.
well, Usyk, the champion, I think I can't remember what WBO champion, and I think he's WBO something else champion of the cruiserweight division. He said he really don't want any business of going to Russia, and he didn't want to fight Gassiev in Russia for these simple, and he's Ukrainian. So imagine
I
this
don't.
he's going
I
through.
don't blame him. I don't blame him one bit. Now, if it wasn't for my situation, I would have said, "Why not go?" Whatever. But what I've been through out there, oh, no, no.
Yeah.
I'm good.
That's a chapter that you will not be visiting again in Russia then.
Never again. Never.
Yeah. So let's talk. People are now. Let's move away from Russian roulette. Let's talk a bit about the name that people keep bringing back up all the time when you come on the screen. You know who it is, don't you?
Oh Lord.
You know who it is, don't you?
Wilder.
No.
Who?
Joe Joyce. They're asking if Hayes made an offer to you, and you know whether you'd be interested in that fight. And because Joe Joyce is calling everybody out at the moment, Bernie. He's calling everybody out.
I don't care for him or for what they have going on. I don't want to be mixed in any of business they have going on. I really don't.
No interest whatsoever.
No interest. Now, if you're a champion, then it's some kind of eliminator or something like that. Oh, we could do business, but right now, like
he's the Commonwealth champion. That's any interest to you?
what is that? What is that?
He's the champion of the Commonwealth.
The funny belt with the rainbow, the rainbow flag on the rainbow on it.
Yeah, the one with the rainbow.
I don't want anything that has a rainbow on it. Don't want anything with a rainbow on it.
Okay.
I like green, red, black, stuff like that. Gold. But
I guess once you've had green and gold, it's a bit difficult, isn't it?
But green, rainbow, not a rainbow.
No rainbow.
No rainbow.
So let's.
Was he supposed to fight a Big Baby or something like that?
Yeah, Big Baby was now fight. Oh, Big Baby's going to fight Pulev now. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I heard.
What do you think?
Where?
That's a good question. I think Epic Sports may have won the bid for it.
And that's the for what title?
It's a final elimination. I think IBF final eliminator.
For what? For what?
To fight for the IBF title afterwards, I guess.
Okay.
What do you think?
Depends where.
If it's in Bulgaria?
Pulev.
If it's in America?
Miller.
Oh, wow. So that is it. So you don't think Miller can get the knockout win over in Bulgaria?
That's the only way he can win this fight.
Is he capable of doing it?
With a knockout.
Yeah. Can he do it though?
You know what? I never see him going through a tough fight yet. I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him going through it yet.
Okay.
So I can't. Is Pulev the type of fight that's going to make him go through something? I don't think so.
What do you make of his weight being over 300 pounds when he comes into fight, though?
Excuses to stay there. I don't think anybody should be over 200 pounds, 300 pounds, no matter what, unless you're a sumo wrestler. But I don't think for the.
You think Kubrat's jab? I mean, when I think of Kubrat Pulev, I just think jab. They should call him Kubrat Jab Pulev. You think the jab beats him? No?
Nah.
Or do you think he'll walk straight through the jab?
I don't know. That's tough one.
Okay. Your boy's fighting against one of your boys, Joseph Parker and Dillian White.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that.
What do you think about that fight?
I've seen that.
You like that fight, huh?
Oh, boy. Yeah. It's a tough fight as a comeback fight for Parker, yeah.
Well, Parker's talking about. Well, he called into the show live, and he said that he'd like to win the fight by knockout.
Who? Dillian White?
Parker. He'd like to knock Dillian White out.
You know, anything is possible in the heavyweight.
Now, I've heard a story about Lucas Brown being on antidepressants in the fight against Dillian White.
The what? Excuse me?
He was on antidepressants against Dillian White.
Who?
Lucas Brown.
What happened? Oh yeah, he beat him, huh?
Beat bad.
Yeah, he beat it bad. Yeah. I mean, Lucas Brown. I think he's just a character. That's all he was.
That's all.
All it was. The earring, the mouth, and nose, and eyes, and tattoos everywhere.
Peter Fury referred to him as just normal, no better than your average doorman.
I don't even think it's a doorman. To be honest, I don't even. There's just some fighters you wonder how you got there or how you got here. You know, he's one of them. I never took him serious anyway. So.
You don't take him seriously?
Never did.
Now, here's a guy you would take seriously. Now, there's a fight I always wanted to see you have. But this is as good as this fight. Right? The fight I wanted to see with you against this guy is a fight that his trainer wanted to see you and him fight. Right?
Oh, Lord. I know you.
Now, hear this. No, wait. Here for it. Wait for it.
I know who.
Wait for it. Derek Chisora.
I knew it. I
wanted
knew
to
it.
see you fight Derek Chisora. I wanted to see that fight. I think that would have been a great fight. But we haven't got that, but we've got Takam versus Chisora.
Huh?
Takam. Carlos Takam.
You fighting him?
He's fighting Chisora on the same night as Dillian White and Joseph Parker. Now, come on, that's got to be a good fight.
Yeah, it's a good fight. But I got Chisora.
What?
I think he should. I don't know.
What?
Who's on? Takam. Takam is the one that fought Joshua. That fought also
Parker.
Povetkin.
He fought Povetkin. Let's get this right.
You know what? But there's one thing about Takam. You know, all these fights he's been taking was been short notice.
Yeah.
And I believe that if Takam has a respectable camp, uh, like let's say 8 to 10 weeks notified, I believe I believe the most of the fight that he lost, he'd have won. That's what I believe.
Tackham's a bad man.
Yeah, he's good. But like I said, they always caught him with his pants down, and a couple weeks notice, 2 3 weeks notice.
Yeah. Now,
Obviously, they offer him, a nice payday. So why not?
that's something to consider. That is
Yeah.
something to consider. The short notice. I wonder how much notice Tackham's had.
When is the fight?
July 28th or 26th? 28th.
I mean, some of us need 4 5 weeks. Others need 8 10 weeks.
Now people are saying the winner of Chisora versus Takam should fight Bermane Stiverne.
Is that what you want, or is that what they?
That's what I want. Listen. Look, I'll tell you who said it. Watch. Listen to this. Fight the winner. I'll read it for you. It's got it here. I'll put it for you. It says here. Client Sifona, and he's one that is always here when you're on the show. Right. Fight the winner of Chisora versus Takam. Get in there, chat. You still got it. There you go. It wasn't me conspiring to make any big fights there. That was just,
at this point in my career, is any invite is welcome.
Any invite is welcome. Is it not about making the smart?
Right, but it's a smart way. A smart way also. Any invite that makes sense. Why not? There's a lot of good fights out there. A lot of good fights. Except for Joe Joyce, of course.
Except for Joe Joyce.
I'm playing. I'm joking.
Okay. Did you see Tony Yoka the other night?
I don't know what that is.
You should know. He's French. He won the Olympic. He's, I think, Olympic gold medalist.
Well, wait.
Heavyweight.
French. The only French guy I know is the one that fought Miller.
No, he fought Dave Allen on Saturday just gone. Stopped Dave Allen in the last round.
No, I know. No.
Another thing that's going to be asked of you, people are asking the question because you know that there's Matchroom USA, right?
There's who?
Matchroom USA. Eddie Hearn is now in America, and he's signed up all these fighters.
Yeah.
Did you ever get approached at any point?
No.
Was that something you would consider being approached?
I got ears, don't I?
What's that?
I got ears, don't I?
You got ears?
Yeah.
Yeah, what does that mean? I mean, that sounds like a very Caribbean thing you're telling me there. Which I understand what you're saying there, but the general diverse public, because I say you've got ears, I hear what you're saying. Okay. Okay, how much do you know about this deal? I mean, obviously you have ears. Have you heard
the gazillion type of money they have or whatever?
Yeah.
1 billion, whatever.
Yeah, 1 billion, yeah, supposedly.
I heard something like that, but I mean, like I said, there's nothing wrong with listening to
what people have to say.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Okay. Computer game. Do you play your games? Do you play any boxing games?
I don't. I used to. I used to. I got a PS4. I got an
Wait,
Xbox.
wait,
I
wait,
got
hold on. You got a PS4.
and an Xbox and PS3 and all of them.
Wait,
And I
bro, you got a PS4 and you didn't hook me up on a PS4. I got a PS4.
yeah, but listen. I probably go in every year. I go into a stage that like for like maybe a straight month or 2 weeks. I play games and then put it down. See you next year.
What kind of games did you play?
I mean, football.
You're a
Uh,
FIFA man.
not really. No, since I moved here, since I've been here, like fo- football, I haven't been. I kind of like, you know, didn't bother really with football.
Wait. So would you play as Haiti
When I
then?
was younger, when I was younger,
Yeah.
yeah, I was in Haiti, and when I was younger, soccer
Okay.
was the main sport, and I would play every day. But when I got here, you got the other football, and you got basketball, you got all these other sports. So, football is not really popular out here. You know, well, soccer, should I say?
Okay. So
It,
have you been watching the World Cup?
no,
You're not interested in it.
I like the finals, like the
Same day as my birthday. So there you go. When the World Cup's going on, it's my birthday. See?
what is it?
July 15th.
I'll
The
put that on my.
same, the same day that Pacquiao's fighting Lucas Matisse.
Oh, they're fighting. I didn't
Supposedly,
know.
yeah. Supposedly.
I didn't know. Didn't know.
There you go. When the World Cup final has been played, it's my birthday.
All right, sir. I'll
Not
put
a
it on my
bad thing, eh?
calendar.
Let's put it in the
Not
calendar.
not a
There you
bad
go.
thing.
Thank you.
Mhm.
So coming back to yourself. So when what else is happening with you in terms of your career? I know you said that you're up for offers. You're going to be fighting again in August. You said the fight is going to be in the top 30. You said the
Yeah,
comeback fight.
I think he's ranked or higher than that in some divisions, but it's a good fight. It's a good fight, and looking forward to it. And like I said, move on to the second one in December, and I'll be able to start 2019 on a fresh note.
Now, there's a computer game that I am involved in called Round for Round Boxing. And currently in the game, they've got Chop Chop Corley, Gerald McLennan, Butterbean, who else? What's his name? Ranis Bartholomew. And I've got a few others as well, but I can't mention them names. But they're all going around to all these fighters at the moment. Would Bermane Stiverne like to see himself in a video game? That's going to be on PS4, Xbox One, PC.
I don't mind it.
Would you mind seeing your this? Would you mind seeing yourself in a computer game? Can you imagine playing yourself as in a computer game?
Just make sure my hair is tied up. Don't mess up my hair.
Okay, fair enough then. Fair enough then. There you go. Somebody said the other day, the only way you're going to get Joshua versus Wilder is if they play round by round boxing. That's the only way it's going to happen this year.
I don't know. We'll see. If my thing is, if nothing happens,
Are you there?
if
Yeah.
yeah, if nothing happens after the World Cup, because my thing, like business wise, I wouldn't even. Uh, why would you even want to make this fight happen while the World Cup is on? That's my thing. It could be other reasons, but I don't see it happening while the World Cup is. Plus you got to keep the how you call it the itch. Like you got to keep people like
Once
talking about it, talking about it, and all of that.
So you think that maybe next year it'll happen and Povetkin will be the last fight for this year?
I don't know though, because that man over there in Russia might offer some crazy amount of money, like he did for Klitschko to have a fight done in Russia. I
That,
forgot his name. What's his name?
I know you're talking about. I know you're talking about. I can see now. I can see the
Yeah,
guy now.
the promoter.
Yeah, I can see the
So
promoter now.
so
Something,
so
something
so
ski. Something ski. I don't know what it is.
so if he come out and it goes a purse bid or something like that, if he done it, he tried it. He did it with Klitschko. You might do it again. You might do it again. Offer Joshua some kind of money that he can't say no to.
Rabinski. That's it. Rabinski.
Yeah, Rubinski. Yeah, yeah.
What have you made of Daniel Dubois?
Don't know. Is
About
he
20 years
French?
old in the UK, WBC youth champion.
Is he French?
No, he's English. With a name
Yeah,
like Dubois, you must think he must be French.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought.
Dubois is French. No, I don't know him.
You don't know Daniel Dubois.
Mm.
Surprised you don't know him.
Mm.
Dubois knocked out Joshua in sparring, so they say.
Knocked out Joshua. He's a heavyweight.
In sparring.
He's a heavyweight.
Yeah, that's the big
No.
thing they say around Dubois.
When?
Oh, some time ago when they were sparring, they brought him in to spar.
Yeah, but sparring is sparring. I don't listen. That doesn't matter. Like, you could, you know, I don't really go by sparring.
That's basically why when people talk about Daniel Dubois, they obviously relate to Anthony Joshua. That's all they can relate to at the moment.
You know, all that though don't matter. If you don't have it on tape, why even talk about it? Or even, I mean, I'm assuming he went out there to to help the man for a title fight.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you even put that out there? That's supposed to stay.
Yeah, but that gives people extra attention, doesn't it? When people see Joshua fight, they'll think, well, one day Dubois and Joshua fight. I guess that's the society we're in today, isn't it?
Of course, the buzz. Just like when he showed up for his weight, I think he went up to like 255 or 254 or something like that. And there's all that talk. He's too heavy. This, that. But then again, who are you to say he's too heavy?
You know Wilder. You've been encountered with him twice. You've known him up close and personal. Does he come across as the type of guy? Because to me, the way he's been talking and doing a lot of talking regarding this Joshua fight, he seems to be pretty honest about what he's saying. To you, does he sound the kind of guy, having fought Luis Ortiz, would be scared of facing Anthony Joshua?
Who? What? Say that one more time.
You know Wilder better than probably most people, having dealt with him in two occasions, negotiate and had to deal with him twice. Now, based on what you personally know of Deontay Wilder and his character, do you think he would duck Anthony Joshua, or do you think, based on the Luis Ortiz fight, that he'd have nothing to fear facing Joshua?
Right now, his position, the position he's in right now, it's all about the money. You don't even have to deal with it if he's scared or if he's not scared. It's all about the money. There's a potential way to make all that money. So that's what it's all about. It's not really me. I don't think anyone should be scared of anybody. I'm not scared of anybody, so I don't see why anyone would be scared or threatened by anybody. That's my personal opinion, but I don't know. Is he scared? I don't know. I don't know whether he's honest or. But one thing for sure, they try to keep the hype up, and also it's not a fight that would be. It would be big here, but it would be even bigger over there.
In the UK.
Of course.
How big is the name? How big a name is Anthony Joshua in America?
Big, but not as big. It's big, but not as big. Not like the UK.
Not like the UK. But the UK is a very small place in comparison.
Right, but he's more of a star over there than he is here. If now, it's also the appearance. I would, if let's say Anthony was from here, I think he would be a bigger star than Wilder.
Somebody said that the reason why Wilder isn't the way that Joshua is because he's not media trained and he's very.
He doesn't. I mean, he doesn't sell himself. He doesn't sell himself wisely and the way he's supposed to. If you look at Joshua, I think he's done like a couple of TV shows and having a couple entertainers and superstars around him, and I think the last time I checked, he had his followers was like about 2 million, something like that.
They can be bought, though, let's be honest.
Yeah, but it's just
But let me ask you a question. When you talk about Frank Bruno, when you talk about Ricky Hatton or Prince Nassim Hammond, let's say Ricky Hatton and Frank Bruno, do you think that Joshua, for all the fans he's got in the UK, do you think he's got enough support in the UK to go to America and make the sort of storm that Bruno would have made or Hatton would have made in America when it comes to gates and ticket sales?
It's the heavyweight division. We're talking about big boys. So
yes, but
the big boy it sells here, whether it's two people that's known or unknown.
Well, okay. Dillian White fought in the USA against Marcus Tan, right? And Marcus Tan fought for 9 years, and there was hardly anyone in the arena. And that's somebody in the UK that's pretty popular and is a heavyweight in the UK. But is he popular for social media reasons and being on social media all the time and getting social media coverage via video platforms? Or is he actually popular being like tangible fans that are willing to pay money to go to America to see him fight? And that's a big difference.
Well, I believe, I don't know, it's like you said, it's different. It's it's already hard here to sell yourself, and only one person was able to do that perfectly was Floyd. The way he sell himself, and I don't think anybody would ever reach his.
But But Floyd never fought out of America. He never fought out of America. He fought in the UK, didn't he? I mean, he fought in America. He never fought out of America.
Right, but if you look, if you look, even when he sold himself, because people know him so much, there's more people that would see him, that would like to see him lose than win.
Of course.
You know, but you know, I don't. But I still believe probably the way that, if you look at the two fighters, the way that the two conduct themselves, you know, outside ring. I'm talking about everything, the image, the look, the clothes, everything. Joshua would sell more than Wilder.
Well, but you say, okay, I understand that, but now we're talking. People think I'm dissing AJ, and people do get very sensitive when I talk about AJ. Very, very sensitive, as if AJ's on their payroll. Now, what I'm trying to explain is this: they say, in terms of him being a commercial star, take away social media for a second. Now, in the days of Bruno and Hatton and Naz, there was no social media. These guys could tangibly count their fans and say, these fans we know as a promoter, this is what I'm working with when I go to America. Now, if a promoter can't say the same thing today, because a lot of the fans are based off a casual market, and because it's a casual market, you're not so sure the same way as it was back in the day, where you had more hardcore people supporting the fighter. That's what a lot of these people that I'm not quite understanding. They're saying he's a global superstar, but Joshua's not a global superstar yet.
No.
He's not a global. I mean, the other day he was.
But he's big. But he's big. He's big in Europe.
Yes.
But of course we all know the market. The market is here in America.
Yeah, but I think if you were to put back in the day, say people like Ben and Eubank and Naz. Can you imagine Nazim Hamed now in this era of social media? Or even Bruno in social media, this era. Lennox Lewis in this era.
Or just Hatton.
Or Hatton in this era. You already know he's got fans as it is. But could you imagine the social media pull for him now going to America? It'd be incredible.
Right. But you know, nowadays social media is everything. Everything. Like, the power of social media is incredible. You know. It's different eras. Yeah. I mean, a guy like Tyson.
Yes.
They didn't have social media, but the whole world know who Mike Tyson is.
Exactly.
So imagine social media right now, and Tyson is about to fight Buster Douglas or Lennox Lewis or you know,
Tyson.
Listen, the record would be broken in like seconds. So, no man, you gotta. It's two different eras. These questions are like really, really hard to answer because the time that we own right now. So these are not things that really.
I know it's a different era, but social media does give almost an illusion.
Yeah, a mirage.
Of course it does. That's it.
Yeah.
So the real test for AJ and how much of a global superstar he is when he takes that move from the UK to America and gateway.
Yeah, and not just get it, but we know pay-per-view to be a pay-per-view fighter, or it takes for what's the name out of run to out of time Pacquiao.
Yes,
he had a big run right before he fought Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
He had a big run.
Pay-per-view, 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 pay-per-view,
Yeah,
pay-per-view. Yeah.
yeah. So it's
Final question before we let you go. Training camp. Have you been? Are you back in camp? Are you training now, or what's going on?
yes, I am. I am. Like I said, I only the last 2.5 weeks or 3 weeks I've been off due to my ankle.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm back now.
Do you have any concerns with obviously what happened to you in the last fight? Do you have any concerns? Because that's the first time in your career you're gonna have to come back from something like that happening to you. So do you have any concerns about that?
No, I don't have any concern. Don't have any concern. I've sparred. I sparred a bunch of good guys. I spar. You know, I'm doing good. I don't. I'm doing good, man. I've been in the gym. I've been in the gym. I've been running. I've been doing everything, and you know, I spar many rounds.
And you're
I
good.
feel great.
Have we got
Feel great.
anything to look forward to come your comeback fight, and when you're going to deliver the news to me?
I should. In the 24 to 48 hours, I should have everything.
News.
Everything should be. I mean, there's no sense to talk. If you don't have
Information.
contract and the contract
Okay.
is signed, and so
As long as once you've got the news, you'll deliver the news to me. I'm not going to hear about it on you know where. I'm not going to hear it there first, am I?
Where else?
Well, I hear news elsewhere. Well, I'm sure I won't hear it elsewhere. And usually I hear stuff about you that's not even true about you. And then we're sitting down, we're watching stuff, we're going, hold on, you never said that. That's not going on. That's not true. So
there's a lot of time stuff like that happens.
So you'll give us the exclusive, right?
Exclusively.
Exclusive?
Nothing but the exclusives.
Absolutely. So, Bermane, thank you so much. Do you have a message to everybody before you disappear?
Oh, same as usual. People that supported me, thank you. The one that don't, thank you.
Well, it says here, somebody says, Strategy with Bob. Why does it say on BoxRec Bermane is suspended indefinitely by the New York Boxing Commission?
Nah.
Not true?
Not true. I mean, you do get suspended after, let's say, a TKO or KO or whatever. You get like 60 days or 90 days that you can fight in that state, but then. But it's not true.
It's not true.
Good. No.
There you go. It's not true. It's not true. It says, have a look. It says it under his name.
Is what?
It says it under your name that you're indefinitely suspended. But mind you, they said the same thing about Deontay Wilder as well, to be fair.
Is what? Is royalty?
It says under your name on BoxRec that you're suspended indefinitely by BoxRec.
Well.
So it's not.
I actually, it's funny because they sent me, what is it, about 2 months ago, they sent me my license from the New York thing for a year. And I have to renew after that. So I don't know.
That is probably some error somewhere then.
Well.
Yeah?
I can't answer that.
It's about you, though.
I mean, like, I know it's not. I mean, it's not. It's probably not updated or whatever. But I don't know.
All right, we'll leave it as that. We'll leave it as that.
I can answer that. So it's and you in what state or what?
This is the New York Commission.
Yeah, but how do you get suspended for indefinitely for what? Doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't make any sense.
Now, if I'd been caught with steroids and stuff like that, like some fighters, then okay, but none of the above. Are you looking at it right now?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'll look at it before you go. I'll go and look at it myself. I'm only taking the word of somebody else.
When was the last update?
I don't know, but the box rec is a bit inaccurate with many things, so we'll double check.
I still got a fight that's unverified. Last time I checked.
It says here, suspended by the New York State Athletic Commission indefinitely. That's what it says.
I couldn't help you for that. Or with that.
Okay. Well,
and the reason would be why.
I don't know. You're the fighter. I've just been given the information. I don't know.
Well, I'm not. It's not something that's my concern anyway.
It's nothing that concerns you. That's cool. We're not going to find out tomorrow morning that Bermane Stiverne's license has been revoked.
If it is, then that's why you got a lawyer. No, just to verify it. I mean,
of course, I appreciate that.
Because what I had after the fight was a 60 day.
Yeah,
that's what I had.
Yeah, of course.
That's what they gave me, 60 days.
I guess what? I guess probably. I guess once your fight is announced, then that'll go.
Hopefully, I don't plan on fighting in New York, so
that's true. Did you know where you're fighting yet, by the way, or you'll confirm all that with the exclusive? Well, I think his battery might be going. Was gone. Hello? I think Bermane's battery may have gone. Right, I think Bermane's battery may have gone. Right. Well, we've spoken to Bermane there. I think his battery may have gone, died. But thank you all so much as always. And thank you for that little information at the end about the New York and the commission. I'm sure we'll get the update on that. I'm sure there isn't much to worry about, boxing fans. Bermane should be fighting shortly, and we will, of course, update you as to when he's fighting. And as soon as when that fight's going to be announced, he will give us the exclusive as he has promised us. Right. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm out of here. Take care.